Hello, everybody. Welcome to Best Whole New World, where we have Journey to Awakening today with Beloved. Dun, da, da. Isn't she gorgeous? You can just, the light exudes from her, so it makes sense that we're just talking about this season of light and shining your soul light today. And how do you want to kick this one off, Beloved?
I'd like to kick this one off with a little bit of high vibes from one of my bowls and maybe a message from Archangel Ariel.
Sounds awesome. Mm-hmm.
So, this bowl is Imperial Topaz and it's tuned to the high heart.
Oh.
Yeah. So,
Imperial Topaz. Is that like dun dun dun, like
absolutely.
okay. That's why it's high vibe.
That's right. High vibe. And the high heart, of course, is the heart of the new earth.
Yeah.
And the high heart brings in community.
Mm-hmm. We're seeing that everywhere.
Aren't we? Oh my goodness. So I just invite you to come to your breath and just be aware of your in breath and your out breath. Just being in this place, in this space. And if you're not driving, I invite you to close your eyes. Just be aware of your own heart. And as you breathe, breathe into your heart. Feeling your heart expand. Feeling the vibration. Good afternoon. We are here with you, the angel who is called Ariel. We come to you through little one here, whom you know as Beloved, or Kate Beloved. We step in today because you will be speaking of light. And darling ones, you do know that you are a being of light, do you not? You are made of stars, starlight. You are made of the cosmos. Mm-hmm. And you are brilliant and shining. In this season of your year, by your calendar, there are many celebrations of light, many paths with many understandings. All are celebrating light. For you understand that light is energy. Light takes form as you incarnate in this beautiful, beautiful physical beingness that you are. Some of you like to say that you are wearing your earth suits, and this is a container. We say this is your sacred and holy vessel. It is brought to life, you see, by light. Light is the energetics that animates your being. If there were no light, your being would not be animated. For light is life. Light is who you are. Light is magnificence. And so many of you hide. You have an expression on your planet, hiding your light under a bushel. Do you not have that? Dear ones, it is time to come forward. If you have been hiding who you are, if you have been hiding your magnificence, it is time to come forward and shine brightly. For as you do that, you are as a lamp holder, holding the lamp and lighting the path for those around you. When you shine your light and you are in your true magnificence, your divine beingness, you take nothing away from anyone else. For this is an energy of abundance. Yes, there is abundant light for all. How could there not be, dear one? For it comes from source. You see, you are a spark from that divine source. Whatever you want to call that is perfectly fine. There are many paths, there are many understandings, there are many names. So we shall not name it. But you see, you are part of that. So how could you not be magnificent? How could you not be abundant?
Exactly.
How could you not be divine? And not just you, but all upon your planet hold this spark. Those that walk on all fours, and those that fly in the air, and those that slither on the ground and walk on two. Those that grow, those that nurture you with their nutrients, all hold this light. The light is present through the cosmos. It is not an earthbound energetic that we are speaking of. It is the connection to all. So here today, Beloved and Jacqueline are speaking of the season of light upon your earth timing. And we honor that. And we honor you. And remember, dear hearts, all of your guides, your teachers, your angels are present with you. You are not alone. So we wish you joy and delight in your celebrations, however you are celebrating this season of light. We are complete. End transmission.
Thanks, Ariel.
Oh my God.
Thank you.
It's so amazing.
Well, it is. I remember the very first experience I had with somebody that was channeling. It was Telstar they were channeling, which was a group of other beings. And that was, I don't know, about 30 years ago. And I remember, looking and going, okay, so I know she's different when she talks as opposed to when she's over here. Is she a great actress? Is it what's really going on. And I remember noticing her mannerisms were changing too. And she was, one of the things, I forget who was doing it. It was, she was eating grapes. And she was saying that throughout her day that grapes were the easiest thing to digest. So she had some energy by still staying connected to the channel. And pretty much the day, I think it might have been a weekend seminar, was about her just continuing to channel. But I remember, because that was, as I said, one of the very first experiences outside my traditional realm of corporate work and, you know, everything concrete real. Going, really? Is this really?
When Ariel first stepped in, and the first message they gave to me at the end, they said, "End transmission." And I said, "Yeah, you're right. You're really an angel." And exactly, who are you? And then when they invited me to allow them to speak, I said, "Okay, but I have conditions. Number one, I don't want to look like Ramtha." Right? I don't want to sound like Ramtha. And I thought, you know, and Jay-Z Knight did Ramtha, God,
Right.
what, 40 years ago. It was amazing. But I said, okay, I just want to be me. But the thing is, they're moving their vibrations down and we're moving our vibrations up. So in the beginning, I was total trance. I mean, total trance. I couldn't open my eyes. I sounded just like Ramtha. My movements, just like Ramtha. But over the years, it's been, I don't know, maybe 30 years now or close to it. Then our voices are much more similar. The syntax is much more similar. And I have people that have been with me since the beginning that are disappointed now because they liked the real difference. You know, they loved that. And it was, so, I mean, it's a funny thing how that happens. And it's something that we all do, right? If we allow ourselves. It's not anything special.
I kind of feel like that's how it's set up, right? There are multiple channels. And so when someone is channeling, they're open to receiving that channel. So you were open to receiving Ariel, right? Anybody can be open. And this is where I would say, who are you being open to? Sometimes, right? Because there are people that have just, we always talk about angels, right? And our archangels and all the bearers of light, but there is the same sense of, you know, Uncle Joe just passed over, okay? And Uncle Joe, his level of awakening doesn't become all-knowing as soon as he transitions, right? Yeah. Right? Sometimes he's in transition mode, like just like the movies that you watch where they're like, what?
I know, it's crazy.
So if you're open to Uncle Joe saying, no, you know, like sometimes that's where some people, you know, have other experiences. So it's being aware of bringing in the light that makes you feel joyous and embodies more of this sense of awe and wonder and joy, right?
Yes, exactly. And every vibration is different because Ariel's not the only one that I message. You know, Yeshua comes in, Saint Germain comes in. The mother's always there. Now, when I do light language, speaking of light language is just frequencies. So when I give light language, that's from the heart of the Divine Mother. And those are light code transmissions. And there are no words. It's just frequencies. And they're always lovely. They're activations. And they're just another part of it because we really don't need words. Our soul doesn't need words. We need words here to communicate with one another. But the light language is coming more and more and more, and people are speaking light.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, for me, it feels this concept just as there are different, the word levels is using our language to express it differently because it's just what you're receiving. If you're open to receiving all of what's out there, right? Like all the there, you're just open and you get what you need in that moment. And so the sense of, you know, we use this climbing stairs or going up different levels. I mean, I can see from my own progression from, as I said, going, is this real? You know, to now being able for myself to get to the point of just trusting and just recognizing whatever it is. For me, a lot of that shifted was with the teaching of Bruno Gruning when he seemed to embody everything in the universe into the earthly experience.
Yeah.
And that was for me going, hey, this is what I kind of always believed, that instead of reaching out there for everything, that we really, it's about bringing it in. So you've been bringing in this light and bringing in these and we just use our words to try to the best of our ability to get it out there. But really, it's this feeling, it's this vibration that you have your beingness.
Yes, yes, and that's what it is. We're vibratory light beings, encased in our beautiful physical bodies, which I think of as temples.
Yeah. Well,
because we're holy, we hold that spark.
Yeah. Well, I think that's what it was written is, you know, in the temple, whatever it is the temple. And then we thought, oh, that's a building.
That's right.
No, it's not a building. It's you.
That's right.
Right?
It's us. So wherever we are, the holy is. However one understands the holy.
Yeah. And and you know what else I have to share with you? So in the crystal ball, you were saying it was for the high heart.
Yes.
And I experienced it entirely differently. So I experienced lots of stuff tend around the heart. But in this particular case, it was like I had a beam of light. It was literally like Saturn or Jupiter going right around the temples of my head.
Oh, how beautiful.
And it was interesting because it was just like coming, like you were going like this was the ball. That's what it felt like. It was like, and I'm going, are you going down? Because kids, this is the high heart. And it's like, no, okay, this is my high heart. Okay, I'll go with the high heart is what I thought was my head, but it is.
I know. You know, when I do my concerts, I don't tell people what the bowls are.
Right.
At the end, I will, because we feel them in different places at different times. And that's perfect, you know? So it's not like it has to be tied to one thing or another. But that high heart is the heart that belongs to all the realms, you know? So that's beautiful.
Well, I think that's just, I wanted to share because just as you said, is immediately you said heart, my identification went here. So it's very key see, our words are so limited. As much as we use them to describe, we have a whole story around a word.
I know.
And its meaning.
I know.
And then we create our, you know, reality around that. So this is where the light codes, as you talk about, this vibrational beingness of just shining your soul light is so much more powerful.
It is. It is. And when we're talking about light, you know, we're talking about this season of light. So I just think that that's so fascinating because in traditions, I suppose the season of light really began with Diwali, you know, which is the Indian
Festival of Lights.
Night. Yeah, yes. And what's so beautiful about that? They call that the Festival of Lights, and it begins right after the 2-week period of the dark, and it begins when there's no moon. This is what's so neat. How can we not be connected? Okay. So then
are you asking? Do you want me to give you a when you say how can we not be? I can come up with something if you want, but no. We know we're
I want to talk about the thread here. Okay. So Diwali was really originally celebrating the victory of Rama. But when Rama came back, all of the homes in the village were lit by candles, you know, to welcome him in. So that's usually October, November, because, you know, a lot of the holidays go by the lunar calendar. So that was Diwali.
Yeah.
Big. It's as big as Christmas in the Indian community.
Oh, yeah.
not feather.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry.
Okay, so I know someone said to me the other day when I said something about Indian, and they're like, native? And I'm like, no, India. But not feather. Haven't.
Not feather, right? So
Uh,
then,
mm,
so then we come into Hanukkah,
mhm.
which began last night. And Hanukkah, also called the Festival of Lights.
Yeah.
And every night there's a menorah. And the reason we have Hanukkah is because there was a war with the Maccabees. And in the temples, there was always a light. And that light was to welcome you. It was the light of the divine, and it should never go out. Well, it was war. They found a little bit of oil,
Mhm.
and they had to send for more oil. That oil lasted 8 days till the new oil could come, the Festival of Lights. So the menorah has 8 nights,
Mhm.
and you light a candle, an additional candle every night. There's a ninth candle that lights it. And then there's this beautiful menorah that's full of lights, 9 lights at the end. And the prayer that goes with it is about lighting the light, right? Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav b'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Chanukah. And the translation is, blessed our God who has commanded us to kindle these lights. Because the Jewish people also light the lights of Sabbath on
Right.
Friday.
Mhm. Yeah.
So there's the light. And what's really neat, holidays have certain foods. So Hanukkah has potato pancakes called latkes.
Latkes.
And they're round because they symbolize the sun.
Mhm.
And they're fried because of the oil. Now today, oh my God, this is
I
so
was.
exciting. Today is the celebration of Saint Lucia. Now,
Yes,
Saint
it is,
Lucia,
and she wore the candles underneath.
yes,
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 the oldest
she's
child
the
in like.
Spanish
Yeah.
goddess with the crown of candles. And the way that's celebrated is the oldest daughter
Mhm.
in the family
Yeah.
dresses all in white, and she has the candles lit, and all of her siblings are dressed in white, and they take breakfast in and awaken their parents. So again, and that's today.
Yes.
So the thread of all of this, yes? Then we have Christmas. Now this is called the Yuletide season, right?
Mhm.
Before Christmas, we have winter solstice or Yule.
On the 21st.
And on
The
the
21st, right?
21st.
Mhm.
Yes, that's the celebration of light. It's the longest night. And someone stays up all night to tend the fire to welcome the light back.
It's also
And
the
that's really,
longest day in
yes.
another part of the world. So I got to jump in here because the thought that's come to me and this whole concept, because we started out talking that our body is this temple, right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
what just came to me was the ancient traditions have all been about the building, putting the light in the temple, putting the light in the building, and the light is within here. Like every night we have starlight. Like every night it's
Absolutely.
part of. So this idea that we are, for me, it's that we still have believe there's some sort of separation. But as you say, interconnected and connected, it's every day of my existence, there is that moment that the light is up of always above me shining in my temple, right? Because my temple is my whole experience, right?
Yes.
Versus just my body, because I'm connected to everything. So I always have that light shining.
Always.
Always. It's always
Always.
there. It's just always there. And sometimes it's greater and sometimes it's, it's you just have to realize it's more within. It's that time that you almost retreat in the sense of being within yourself, and other times you're out there expanding. And it's trusting that flow. It's, yeah. So that's what came to me. Okay.
That's so nice. And it's so nice. I mean, that's who we are, right? The morning comes, the evening comes, there's always light.
Mm-hmm.
And since we're two hemispheres, there's always sunlight on one side, and there's always starlight on the other. We're revolving light, revolving light. But here we have this whole season of light that we're called to, whether you're in the northern hemisphere or the southern.
Exactly.
But it begins, it's so many traditions who would say they're very different.
Yeah.
And yet they're all celebrating light. And it goes all the way through to Chinese New Year, Lunar New Year, with lanterns, right? We're celebrating light, light. So then what is it we're really celebrating? We're bringing light into the dark. So then what is the dark? So for me, the dark is fear, right? Fear is the darkest vibration on earth. But love is the lightest vibration. So those are the two continuums. So here we have people all over the world. All over the world. Kwanzaa's in there too. I mean, all over the world, different traditions, different spiritual paths, different countries, but they're all essentially celebrating bringing love in.
Yeah.
Recognizing, right? Recognizing that we are light, that the holy, however you understand that, is light, is love. And it's just so beautiful, I think, to take that time and see that. Wow.
It is a wow, because really every day exists this same concept. Yet at
Yes.
this particular time of year, we experience, so many more people experience it. And I believe it's because there's so many more people are actually abiding by it. They're consciously lighting a light. They're consciously giving. They're consciously participating because they feel it's the season. Yet this is a natural, from my perspective, the natural order of what life is, that you're always shining love and you're always shining light. And the darkness is just that space of silence to give birth to the light that you wish to be, your soul's inspiration, right? And to step forth. And as we do this every day, like I always say that, like Christmas Eve, for instance, is probably why it's so powerful for so many people, is because so many people expect the next day to receive the gifts that they asked for. But yet that's how the universe works. So if we were all in that mode every day, right? That is where you see that the life and the planet shifts, and it's going on as we're all connecting and realizing that we're whole. We live on planet Earth. It's not just US, it's not Canada, we're not in a country, we're not in a little community. We have to be concerned about what comes in here, the light we're in here and in our family and our community and what we project. But we're all on this planet and we all live in this universe. So it really all is such an opportunity to shine our light.
It's such an opportunity. And the fact that, so many of us on our journey that are awakening, we do this every day. As you said, I mean, every day I get up in the morning and I give such gratitude. I reconnect consciously. I give gratitude every evening, gratitude for what's happened. And I live by the cycles. Yes. And I know that you do too, because we both live by nature. We live by light and dark, day and night. We live by the seasons. We have that kind of clock. Mm-hmm. But what's so beautiful is that people that are just coming to this awareness, there's so many people for 3 months, right? October through February, there is some celebration of light going on the planet.
Yes.
So even though though people may be not aware that they are on a journey of awakening, they might not be aware they're on their soul's journey. They might not be aware that this is their personal light.
Mm-hmm.
In their celebration, in their tradition, they are bringing the light in. And that to me is such a powerful, such a powerful, powerful coming together.
Yeah.
Yeah. And of course, the point is to understand that we are that light, and it's here every day, and we don't need a special day. We don't need a special day, but it sure is fun to have those celebrations.
Oh, it is. And just as you had this beautiful celebration with your son's wedding, right? Like this time of family and connection is so relevant. And as you celebrated and you were rejoicing, I do feel like, just because you have the Holiday High Vibe group also to keep people, there are people that have different experiences with their family. And so in this particular case, sometimes the season of light is shining the light on the darkness. And that's all you're really focused on is the darkness of what your experience has been in the past. And so if you can get anything from this moment that there's a seed planted, is that allow yourself to trust that this light is going to illuminate in a new way. And maybe you have to step back from your family this time if that's, that might be what you need to do to embrace your light to shine or find another group. But just trust that you can stay in this vibration of wonder and awe. And as you listen to like Beloved when she was talking about her son's wedding, it's just like,
and so wonderful.
And that's what, we wish for all your families. And sometimes they're in transition.
That's it. And of course, there's a bigger definition of family. Mm-hmm. I think what I'd like to do at some point, and maybe this is the point, I'd like to lead us through a visualization.
Sure.
For the light that will just expand that. And it's something that we can do for ourselves every day. Okay. All right. So I invite y'all to get quiet. And if you're in a place where you can lie down, you're welcome to do that. And if you're driving, if you're on camera, perhaps not. You never know. Perhaps. So let's begin with the bowl. And just begin to breathe. Breathing out, breathing in. Beginning to settle in with the vibration of the sound. And as you breathe, imagine breathing in light. And as you breathe out, imagine exhaling anything you're finished with. Breathing in light. Exhaling anything that keeps you from being your bright, shining self. Breathing in joy and feeling it. Feel joy. Joyous. Breathing out anything that keeps you from your joy. You are joy. Joy. On your next breath, breathe in compassion. And be aware of where you feel this in your own physical body temple. And breathe away anything that keeps you from your compassionate self. Old wounds, old heart. Breathing in compassion. Compassionate one. Compassion and kindness. For you are a compassionate, kind being. And now breathe in love. And let love fill every cell, every tissue in your physical body temple. Breathing out anything that keeps you from experiencing love. Old heartaches, old feelings of unworthiness, breathe in love. Feel it. You are a loving being, and you came here to love, to give love, to receive love. Love, love. You're a beautiful, loving being. And now breathe in that light again. Feel it filling every cell, every tissue. Beautiful light. Light is a vibration. Perhaps your light has color. And now imagine that light flowing out from the top of your head, from the crown, and feel it flow around you so you become a beautiful fountain of liquid light. Feel yourself dancing in the light as you are the fountain of light. And if there's someone that you're not looking forward to seeing or being with, invite that one to dance in the liquid light with you. Share your love, your grace, your joy, and see what happens. Imagine the two of you playing in the fountain. Perhaps like children, picking up the light as though you were splashing in water. Send your love, your compassion, your kindness, and feel that one opening, softening. For you are a light bearer. And now thank that one. Let that one go. And imagine bringing in someone that you dearly love. That it's a joy to see and to be with. And invite that one to share your fountain of liquid light. Imagine the two of you dancing, playing, being in the light. Feel your heart expand. And now thank that one. And on your next out breath, share your light. Breathe your light, your love, your joy, your compassion out into the world, into the universe. And then take another deep breath. And a big sigh out. And one more deep breath. And if you're in a place to raise your arms up. Breathe out. Ah. And one more deep breath in. Oh, breathe in whatever you need for your next few hours, for your day. A big exhale. Ah. And then open your eyes and return.
And now, what light card do you draw?
Let's see. We're going to draw every day through the season of light. I'll be drawing a card from the Keepers of the Light. Whoa, we got jumpers. Oh, we have 3. Oh, we have Archangel Michael,
Mhm.
trusting heaven. Michael is this amazing angel you can call on. He has a big sword of light. So he's your angel of light.
And that big sword of light can be used to cut cords of any discord.
Yes, it can. Oh my goodness. We have Isis, magic manifesting.
And that's not the Isis that some of you might be thinking it is.
Oh no, this is the goddess, the Egyptian goddess, Isis. Look at her. Remember, she's here reminding you what a powerful manifester you are, right? So as we go through this holiday season, we've got Michael you can call on to cut any cords and just prepare the way. Michael is the angel of courage and the angel of strength. And Isis reminding you that you are a powerful manifester. So you can manifest your celebrations the way your heart desires.
How do you spell Isis's name?
ISIS. And I do believe that the organization
Okay.
we are.
So,
Oh my God.
so that's
This is
just
so
the
crazy.
limitation of words right there.
Yes.
Right? Because Isis is this power of manifester, and there's this whole other vibration that is associated with that word.
Well, they
So,
did that on purpose, right?
well, yeah. However, when we identify it with what we're identifying with it, do we identify that it's a powerful manifester? Are we bringing peace into the world?
Yes.
Right?
Absolutely.
We have that opportunity to choose and
Yes.
cut those cords using the card that might come. So we're just bringing more light. That's what we're feeling. And so, yeah.
We are. And
I'm cutting that cord to that other connection.
Our third one, Joan of Arc. And if you remember Joan of Arc, she spoke her truth.
Mm-hmm.
She stood up for what she believed, even to the point of the stake. So here's the deal. We have these 3 light keepers.
Mm-hmm.
So during this season of light, keep your light bright and speak your truth. And if you want to do something, then say so. They're reminding you, Joan is reminding you not to acquiesce and go against your own grain. What is your truth? And holiday time is often a time that people sometimes choose not to do what they would like to do for a variety of reasons. So here, as we begin this celebration of light in this season, we have 3 light keepers reminding us, stay strong,
Mm-hmm.
stay strong, be in your truth, whatever that is,
Mm-hmm.
and manifest your heart's desire.
Great cards. And
Yes.
what I've been experienced with people that I've been working with in the last week, and even with, just my daughter was actually on the plane to go visit family, and then there was a snowstorm in Toronto, so the plane never got to take off. And in that process, she realized she was thinking about going and thinking about the concerts and thinking about the things that she'd already told people to do, but really, she was really feeling that she was supposed to stay. So,
The powerful manifester.
right, and I've dealt with a lot of people that are feeling over this time, they're they're feeling it's time for them to really allow themselves to be joyful. Yet they're still thinking they've got to do something that's been tradition or something that, somebody's going to be disappointed. And what I want people to ask themselves is, what is your view on the universe? Does your view on the universe only think that you're the one that can make someone happy? That if you pick joy for yourself, this other person is just going to lay there suffering and disappointed that nothing can happen, that you're that powerful? Do you feel that the universe can create a win-win? That you can be in joy and this other person or other people can be in joy, right? So a lot of what you choose to do over this holiday season about being your truth really is defining what you really believe. Do you believe everybody can be in joy? Do you really believe everybody can have their heart's desires? Are you strong enough to stand for what you believe, giving permission for other people to have what they truly want to?
That's right. That's beautifully said. Beautifully said.
So we're here as this wonderful vessels to spread this news, to say, stay strong, stay in truth, and manifest what you truly want in your heart.
Absolutely. And shine your light.
Yes.
I read something. Something came to me that I did not write, but it's so beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Shine, for you are light and wonder. For there are galaxies within you, and stardust dances in your soul. Stars live in your eyes, and glory and grace live in your bones. You are beautiful. You are light and wonder.
Mm-hmm.
You shine. So, wishing you shining blessings.
I do, and I can only hear this, but we just sang on Sunday in our choir, "Sure on this shining light." So that's the chorus I'm hearing as you're saying, "Sure on this shine."
Or this light of mine,
I'm gonna let
it shine.
We'll end on
This
that.
light of mine,
I'm
I'm gonna let it
done.
shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. That's it. So remember who you are, you darling beacons of light. Be in your truth, be in your courage, and manifest your heart's desire. Love you.
I love you.
Love
Till
you.
next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Till next